Namaste beautiful yogis. Today we are doing a quicker class with some intervals in it. I'm starting to incorporate a little bit of intervals, but I do want you to wait for this class until you're ready. If you're 6 weeks postpartum, stick with the easier previous classes or the easiest following up classes, because I will upload in classes, in stretches, in relaxation, bed, yoga in bed, and a few other classes that are easier. I will also start challenging you a little bit and start building some strength. So listen to your body. You can mix and match you can do them in different order, very related to where you're at on your recovery journey, on your building strength journey. Listen to your body as always. Today we'll do some jumping intervals a little bit, and I will ask you to the entire time to get feedback from your belly if you're doing it right. Let's begin with a few inhalations over the head, exhaling down, inhaling over the head, exhaling down, shifting from leg to leg, moving. Slowing it down with Ujjayi breath. So nice deep Ujjayi breath. Back of the throat is loud. Good. From here we will do a few tucks. So we're activating the TVA and lifting Mula Bandha. So the first few classes we really contracted the TVA, which in my personal case and for a few of you led to sore core and back muscles, because that's what has been weak during pregnancy or in general throughout your life. So now we're doing it, but not in an exaggerated way. We're not flexing as much as we can. We're just holding this area tight while performing whatever we're doing in life, and just getting used to nice posture and moving with that core integrity. So I'm flexing here a little bit, but not all the way I can. It's not pulses that I'm doing as we did in the first classes. Now I'm just keeping that core connection with integrating Mula Bandha the entire time. So my pelvic floor is strong and my core is strong, surprisingly even for me. My belly has a strong layer of muscle underneath, which I didn't have in the beginning of the series. So things are building up, muscle memory and also training, and I'm learning how to use my new body, and we're learning together. So with that in mind, we're doing the pelvic tilt. Exhale, tilt, pull the belly in, Mula Bandha in, back. And if you need to stick with the beginning classes, with the pulses for even a month or so, do that. Class 8 and 9, do them all throughout once you're ready for the vacuums, because they're very important to master before moving forward. Now, from here, we are, and funny enough, my neighbors are building their garden, and all these series are gonna have this going on, but take the symbolism of it, that they're building something, they're building a beautiful garden, we're building a beautiful core, so the sound has a productive meaning, not a destructive meaning. So let's move with the stomach vacuums. I'm gonna try to work up to 20 and then work up to 30 by the end of the series. Exhale, inhale, let's inhale first in the belly diaphragm. So hold the vacuum for as long as you can, and do anywhere from 5 to 15 today. We'll probably split it up, but you can work all the way up to 32 even today if you're ready. If you're 12 weeks postpartum or 20 weeks postpartum, you can obviously pause the video and do a few more. And also, word of advice, if you're postpartum, treat yourself as postpartum until you're 6 months. Postpartum, up until then, just understand that your connective tissue is still healing. Your organs are still healing. Regardless of how energetic, strong, and back in shape you feel, if you do, you're still healing. Up until 6 months, treat yourself as postpartum. Alright, exhale. Alright, if you feel that you get tired, you can stop and continue a little later. Take a break so that your vacuums are strong. Alright, from here, inhale your hands over the head, exhale forward bend. Inhale, look ahead of you, step back, downward facing dog. Let's inhale the right leg up and pulse it up 3 times with the belly connected. Step the foot between your hands and come up. High lunge. To warrior 1, to warrior 2, to reverse warrior, to side angle. To right hand on the floor. You can bring the other one for help and step in side plank. Either with one foot in front of you or feet on top of each other. Belly in. Let's take the left leg up if we can. Absolutely optional. Start side plank. Anywhere from 1 rep to 10. Listen to your body. Build slowly. Good. And back to down dog. Take the left leg up and pulse it 3 times, squeezing the booty. Step it through. Belly in to high lunge. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Revolving warrior. Side angle. Either elbow over the knee or all the way down. Just keep your belly in. Great. Bring that hand down on the floor and you can help with the right hand to side angle. Crisscrossing the feet helps with modifying, help making it easier. Right foot in front of you helps. Left knee down also helps. And feet stacking, it's your proper, more difficult side plank. As long as you can engage your belly. There is no coning, no bulging. Star side planks. Down dog. Inhale the right leg up, 5 pulses, squeezing the booty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Step it through. Warrior 1. Warrior 3. Hands over the heart. Pull the belly in as hard as you can. Get feedback from a mirror. Hips level. Pull it in. Come up to standing. Bring the left knee into your chest. Bend the right knee. Tap the left foot down and bring it back up. Kind of in this fashion, not straight up, but lifting as if, imagine that move that's on a hanging, on a pull-up bar hanging, and you're lifting your knees up as a crunch. That's the move we're looking for. We're engaging here and we're doing leg lifts, but modified, of course. That's building the core slowly. All right, very good. Back to warrior 3. Hips are level, hands on the floor, standing half splits. To step it back to down dog. Left foot up, posting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, warrior 1. Belly engage, hands over the heart. Warrior 3. Pull the belly in. Come up to standing knee. Alright, bend the left knee, tap the right foot and bring it up. Belly engaging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, warrior 3. Hands on the floor, standing half splits. Down dog. Knees on the ground to all fours. Pull the belly in. Opposite arm to leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Child's pose. Hands on the ground, tuck your toes under, forward bend, straightening the legs. Walk your feet out for plie alignment and come up in plie. Sit down. Let's do a few pulses here. Deep plie, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the hands behind you, interlacing the fingers. Press the hands away from you to soften the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 30. And we're gonna go into the frog stretch. Lower the knees down. Flex your feet, calves parallel to each other. Pull your belly in. Beautiful. Walk your knees back onto all fours and let's take the right hand underneath the left shoulder. Back of the shoulder on the ground. Twist a little bit here, stretching the back of your shoulder, your neck, your back, upper back, opposite side. We did this yesterday. Coming back up, bring your legs in front of you, lay down onto your side and back, and let's bring the lower back onto the ground. Inhale into your belly, belly expanding. Exhale, and again inhale into the belly. Exhale. One more time. Mula Bandha, TVA contraction, pelvic tilt. And again. Good. Let's pulse here. 1, 2, 3 in bridge, mini bridge pulses. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. Lower back onto the ground. Hips steady. Let's move the right leg away from us and back towards us. Hands on your stomach to make sure that your stomach is, the abdominal wall is active the entire time. Opposite side. Beautiful. Roll onto your side. Come up to seated. Grab your shin bones and lean back. Pull the belly in and up. Mula Bandha. Now, unlike on the floor, here we are keeping the lower back curve and maintaining the core connection. So this one is difficult even for not postpartum, so if you are not comfortable with it, skip it, or take it as far as you can, maybe for a second, for as long as you can. It is a hard to perform properly pose, that is both pose, and it's normally performed improperly. I hate to say that, but it is true. So lean back, keep your scared Sophie, keep your hands on your shin bones and hold that alignment and that contraction. You can try to take your hands off your shin bones. And next level is, I don't know if I can do it, and you have to make sure you can do it, is just palms of the hands facing each other, twisting side to side 1 time or 2 times, whatever you can do, and you can check with the hand every so often to make sure the contraction is there. If you're losing your connection, just skip it and come back to it. Stick with the first few classes with the pumps, abdominal pumps, then with the 8th and 10th class that are a lot of vacuums, and then come back. So don't get ahead of yourself if you get there. Okay, that's good enough for now. I maintained my connection the entire time, and I could have gone probably for 5 more reps, but I'd rather build up slowly and come back to all fours. Pull the belly in and downward facing dog. Forward bend, walk your feet between your hands, exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Now, someone messaged me that they've, through this series, they realized that they've always done chair incorrectly. Think of squats and chairs as an abdominal exercise. If you're here and you can straighten yourself up, that means weak core. The core does involve your lower back as well. So coming up in a squat with a upright chest requires a strong core. So a proper squat requires a strong core. And oftentimes people squat deep, but they curl at the end. That can lead over time, it becomes a repetitive injury, and over time leads to spinal injury. And you see that in people that work out a lot and keep in proper form. You're better off keeping the squat as far down as you can without giving in into the lower back. So squat, tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly in and up, or a chair. Alright, we're gonna test our jumps. Keep that abdominal alignment, and if you cannot jump, just lunge back and come forward. If you can jump, we're gonna lunge back, jump, and have one hand on your belly to make sure that it's not loose. Things are not just waggling around. The abdominal wall is holding everything together. So, chair, shift onto the right leg, lunge back, and jump up. Now all these jumps are going to start building your pelvic floor as well and your joints, and it will start draining your lymphatic system as well as strengthening your core. Just make sure to perform them properly, and if you're not ready, go back to the previous classes. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We'll become even more body aware with this series. Opposite side. You can just step up if jumping is out of the question at the moment, which after birth it is normal to be out of the question. Excellent. Chair. Inhale, come up, lift. Think of pregnancy and the postpartum period as recovering from connective tissue, soft tissue injury. So when you think of it this way, you understand that there is a healing curve. There is this healing curve of 6 months recovering from that injury. Basically, everything needs to heal and recoup, and we can help it recoup slowly. Inhale your hands over the head. Side bend to one side, side bend to the other side. One more time. Back to center. Look over the right shoulder and over the left. Right, left. Arms to the side, circles with the hands in one direction, opposite direction. Alright, next we're gonna go for squat or squat jumps. Whatever you can do. So with TVA engaging, Mulabandha engaging. Let's go for one squat jump, anywhere to 8 or 10, or you can just do squats. Especially if you haven't done squat jumps prior to pregnancy, now is not the time to start. So be on the careful side rather than on the ambitious side. Five. So I'll tell you of my experience here. When I first tried to do squat jumps, obviously I can do them and the form looked right, but when I touched my belly, it was just nothing supporting the internal organs at first, which was pretty depressing, I have to admit. But I also realized, okay, now it's not the time to do that. I will wait, I will rebuild it. With the TVA pumps we did, I think that was the biggest jump in strengthening this area, because I mentally made the connection, body-mind connection. The vacuums are a whole nother level of healing this area. And now when I jump, the whole abdominal wall is back there, which it wasn't just a few weeks ago. So take it rather be gentle with you and patient, and take it easy. When you're ready, you know, you feel it, and you get there. All right, 5 more, either jump squats or jump or squats. Awesome. All right, from here we are gonna go into plie. Groovy hip moves. I included a lot of those in the pregnancy programs I had, so I think I'll keep them forever in the classes. Circles with the hips in both directions. All right, let's come on to the toes and stay here. Beautiful. Drop the heels down, side to side stretches, belly engaging. Let's do a mini twist side to side. Hold plie. Dip a little deeper. Beautiful. Coming out, shake your legs. We can do a few figure eights with the hips, changing direction. And from here, slowly stepping out into figure eights, side to side. Side lunge to side lunge, side lunge to side lunge, side lunge to side lunge. Keep your gaze as if it's following the direction of your movements, moving with your gaze, with your chest following. Deep, a little, go a little deeper. So that was the in version of side lunges. Let's go into the yang version with square move side lunges. Let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, TVA, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna do wide squats with knee to elbow. Squat as deep as you can without losing the connection with the core. The squat is a very important move. At the same time, I don't want to wait for the squats to build them later on. I need to build them now because there's so much squatting to pick up the baby in life. So it's not something you want to delay for too long, because you're just gonna perform improper weak squats throughout your day. So you have to start working on them at some point, as soon as you can, basically. So that's why I'm including them in. This is class 13 of the series, but it can be used on its own as well. So wide squat, knee to elbow, wide squat, knee to elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and either you can do back lunges, front lunges, or chair lunges with the back kick. Let's go for 12 on each side. And feel free to add weights if you're ready to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Opposite side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we'll do squat walks next with the band or without the band, loopy band or band loop or stretchy band. I'm using the black one, which is basically the hardest one. It provides the most resistance. So we'll sit back, hips back, belly in, engaged, walks side to side. Whatever space you have, you can make them longer or shorter depending on the space you're working with. That's why I'm not saying 3 to one side, 3 back, or 4, because you may not have that much space, or you may have extra space. So knees are pressing out into the bend, activating the abductors, keeping the lower back curve, tibia engaged. Let's go. Dip a little deeper. And we're keeping up with the booty challenge on Beautiful Yogis group there in full swing. So from here we're just gonna do booty pulses. So just take wide stance, press out, do not let your knees buckle, and just dip and pulse. And if tomorrow you have lower back pain, that's because it does work the lower back, especially if properly performed. Should we do one more posing series? Really press out. It's a lot of work on the hips and glutes. That was hard. And from here, bring the loop around your ankles, and from here, right foot on the ground, left leg pulsing back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do a few more if you can, or if you have a lighter color band. Opposite side. One more time on each side. And feel free to rate these classes below as level of difficulty, so that future postpartum mamas or recovery from surgery or beginners that come in know kind of what to expect, and how to, if they want to scramble the classes, how to scramble them and put them in a different order. While we're resting, let's do, it's really not rest, but since we have been doing this, it's becoming easier, I hope. Let's do a few poses of the TVA. Lifting, 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 and also squeezing it together. So we're not using splints. I personally think I'm pretty against them. It's a long discussion, but that's the short version of it. I'd rather a splint with our muscles awakening. Alright, before we go to a few more vacuums, let's open the arms out, steady your hips, and move side to side, upper body moving. Hips are steady. Building sound in the background, building here. Use it. Use this as a visual, because I see when I peek over, I see everything becoming a beautiful garden there. But I cannot not shoot the series because of them, so we work with what we have. I have never had a perfect class or perfect environment ever. I don't think that I have 500 classes on my membership and about 400 classes on YouTube, and I have taught thousands of classes live, and I don't think there was ever one single class that was perfect. There was always something in the environment, something in the timing, something off. So I've let go of that expectation of, if I was expecting to upload perfect classes, there would be 0 on YouTube from me. Alright, and same goes about the body. Just don't expect perfection, just expect to give your body the best respect, to be respectful of your body as much as you can, and to treat it nicely, to take care of it, to make it healthy, to love it. Alright, vacuums. The first vacuums I did were pretty difficult for me to even connect and hollow it after the pregnancy and being all here. The whole connection inward was more difficult, and now it's getting to be pretty easy. Hope same goes for you. Rate the classes of level of difficulty and so forth underneath. Let's go for 5 vacuums. 1. Exhale and hollow it. I'll take a few breaths and do one last good one. If you can, do one more. Rest a little bit. Relax the belly, maybe even do a few belly breaths, filling out the belly. Loving your belly, whether if it's flat, big, full of air, if you have stretch marks, saggy skin, all of those things, loving it through all of these things. I've been getting the most amazing emails from a lot of the girls that are doing the challenge. Very personal about self-image, self-love, loving the belly, all of that. Awesome. I hope you're also having a very improved digestion from this series, because the vacuums will do that. And a few TVA contractions with mula bandha, soft knees. Now, if you cannot do mula bandha while you're TVA contracting, you're probably doing something wrong and you're putting pressure on the pelvic floor. So, recheck, go back to the beginning classes and check in with your form, or do class 8 and 10 for a week, all the way up to a month, up until your pelvic floor is very strong and you can do the TVA plus mula bandha. Because I read somewhere online someone reviewing some of the diastasis recti systems, and she mentioned something that made me realize that a lot of people probably are misaligning. She mentioned that those systems weakened her core, the abdominal repair systems, or some of the popular systems out there weakened her core. I'm not completely agreeing with those systems, or there is criticism I have towards those systems, but they shouldn't weaken her pelvic floor. So it is that she, or maybe the system didn't explain it properly, or she just doesn't know how to lift. So make sure that you know how to lift the pelvic floor and the TVA. And again. And one more time. Great. From here, Let's come down onto the floor, toe forward. Legs in front of us, forward bend. Wide legs, forward bend. Side to side reach. Pigeon. Opposite side pigeon. I was gonna do meditation today, but I'll leave the meditation for next time. I'll do a yin class with meditation, and hopefully there's gonna be no builders sounds. Instead, today we'll do a few more chaturangas on the wall, which is also extremely needed. So I'm flowing with my environment. Alright, let's start with coming out of a pigeon. Start with a plank on your knees. Make sure you can hold it properly. Okay, and a few push-ups onto the wall. Keep your heels down in order to stretch the calves. Elbows out. Belly engaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 10 chaturangas, elbows in by the rib cage, hands closer in, fingers straight up, middle fingers parallel to each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 10 more chaturangas. You can do them on a chair or on a table or on the wall. Two, 4, 6, 10. Clasp your hands behind, stretch, round the hands in front of you, round the back. From here, with the round back, move in circular motion and step the feet out and move down, kind of swinging here. Great, let's come down onto the ground to seated. Either stay here or go into Shavasana. Close your eyes for a few moments. Roll the shoulders back and down. And gently start to go in. Going inward. Traveling in through the layers of you. There is a surface layer where there may be a lot of worry, fear, anxiety. There is yet a little deeper layer where there is a little more truth, but still a lot of mind there. There's deeper layers. The deeper you go, the calmer it gets. The more connected to universal consciousness you become. When you go really deep, there is this peaceful place within you that is very joyous, very light, peaceful, knowing, pure truth, pure knowing, pure being. Stay there for as long as you need to, for as long as it is nurturing to you. And I hope to see you tomorrow with another class. Namaste.